Wayne.
Well, I went back in time and I got my hair. Steelers Nation Australia headband. We'll get you some like high socks. We'll get you some like these shorts.
Hey,
well, you're standing up.
Hey, easy.
Yeah.
It's like balls of fairy.
So when JJ52 says, will Ray Gun make the 53? No, she's cut.
If you're not going to take Ray Gun, I know a place in Western Pennsylvania where she'll fit right in. Right at the cookie table at a wedding.
She could be my second string long
Call her
snap.
Dr. Boogie or Dr. Get Down and tell her she has a PhD in Get Down. Like, play the music,
You know what? If she'd had some bling and looked like LL Cool J and told me they're going to knock you out, she might have won.
Alrighty, Steel Nation. Welcome back to Steel Nation Australia. Also, welcome back to Steelers Dynasty Podcast. Fellas, who fucking changed the time?
Well, it's sunny over here now. It's real light. I lost an hour the other day, but you know, I overcome.
We're living in a simulation. It's not the real fucking world. It's just a simulation, and they just change the time whenever
It's
they
like
feel
one of them snow globes that you shake.
Yeah,
That's what we live in.
Well, now I got to do the show at 9 a.m. because my 9 a.m. is your 6 p.m. So,
Oh my god!
and then it gets worse, and then it like goes into like we lose our daylight savings. It goes to 8 a.m., which is your 6 p.m.
Wow,
So it's the sun here too. So the sun's coming.
That's
It's nice
crazy.
actually. It's a nice day today.
How hot is it?
22 degrees, which is your like 65 or something.
Oh, okay.
You know what? I think in 2026 we all need to be on the same page. You guys need to start driving on the right side of the road. You need to start using kilometers. You need to start using the fucking the Celsius system, whatever that is, not Fahrenheit and 100 and that. We all need to get to the same page. We can't get on the same page.
What's it to weight? What's your weight system like? Kilos or something?
Yeah,
I'll do kilos. I'll do kilos. I weigh 65 kilos. I'm good.
Bubba,
Oh,
you watch
Oh,
Miami
shit.
Vice, and you weigh more than 65 kilos. That's a
I
fact.
know.
I look at these pound things and I go 365. That's pretty big, right? That's like fucking 140 or something.
Oh,
You know
well,
what I mean?
I'm not 140, mate. Not one bit.
No. I don't even know what fucking pounds are. I don't know what I'm in pounds. I'm 100 kilos. I need to lose some weight as well. I should be 90, 95.
You're like
but I'm
you're
100.
like 230.
230. Okay.
See, Shane's a mathematician. He knows.
It's like
No,
that.
I just watch a lot of Miami Vice, Bubba. I know kilos, baby.
I was watching the fast boats and the fast cars and the nice designer stuff and with the fast women in the 80s when that show was on. I didn't know nothing about the kilos.
Aren't they doing the kilos because of the powder? They weigh in the powder, is that right?
Yeah.
Powder, yeah.
All righty.
Thanks,
So let's
Bubba.
get into it, guys. I thought today was going to be a bit more exciting than yesterday.
Today was boring.
Yes, very
Yeah.
boring. The big breaking news right now, and we'll talk about pretty much everyone who they've signed and who's left. And you guys did a good show yesterday as well on the Steelers.
Yes, thank you.
podcast.
It was too hard to keep up. Everybody was just the comments and it was awesome and God bless them. But everybody now is just I think everybody's dialed in right now.
Yeah.
Oh,
I agree.
yeah. I was
It's-
watching highlights of number 11, and boy, he can catch some balls. He's like sticky
100%.
fingers.
I'm very
Sticky
excited.
fingers.
I'm very excited because we haven't had a number 2 in half a decade.
Well, he
Gotta go to the
could
doctor.
also be. We'll talk about it soon. He could be the main target. He could be the mix up, the change up. Like he's a good receiver. Pittman Jr. He's burnt us a few times. I tell you that much. But the Colts have burnt us a few times too when we've played
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
But the big breaking news today. The big breaking news is the Pittsburgh Steelers have signed Cameron Johnston a 1-year contract back to the Steelers. Now in 2024. He suffered. He had all camp, went all fine. He was the punter for us, coming from I believe it was the Texans or something like that.
Mhm.
And then he had that horrific injury in week 1, and sidelined. Corliss Waitman did the rest of it. Then we had a punting battle in 2025, Waitman versus Johnson, and Waitman won. And I think Johnson went to the Bills and I think somewhere else as well. I can't keep up.
This is the return match. This is the return
and now he's
match.
returned.
He's returned, and he will take the title of punter probably. Right now, you heard it right now. He has come, and he is going to reclaim being the punter for the Pittsburgh Steelers because he got ostracized from being injured, and he couldn't reclaim it at that time. It's like he's on the horse and it's Braveheart. He's coming down to take it.
Bubba, and I'll tell you what, Mark, if you saw Brian Burns, which you'll probably meet him at our
looks
our
just
draft,
like him.
This is Bill Burr and Brian Burns had a love child.
Yep.
Right.
That's
it also looks
Cameron
like,
Johnson is Brian Burns' butt baby.
But he looks in that picture, looks like he could seriously do some damage. Punting balls.
He looks
like Stone Cold Steve Austin in that picture.
Yep.
Because Cameron Johnson told you so.
I just think he's going to reclaim it. I just think he has something to prove, and it's nice that the Steelers signed him back, and they weren't happy with Waitman, which I liked Waitman when they signed him and stuff. When he did, he played for Bill Burr when he got out with injury, but now it's competition. And
here's my question. Is it competition because Waitman's a restricted free agent and he hasn't been signed yet? Will they sign Waitman as well, or just go with Cameron Johnson being your punter? I go towards it. It's going to go with Johnson being the punter.
That could be. But he still wins. He reclaims it, though. He won by default.
Yeah, I guess so. But that was the original plan back in the day. Maybe it's more of an Omar Khan move, not a Tomlin move, not a Mike McCarthy move, but trying to get one of the best punters in the league. But, yeah, he definitely had the leg injury, and then Waitman took over. And I think we can all agree that Waitman did a really good job for that a year and a half, and I think he'll find another job somewhere else. But yeah, that was pretty shocking to me. I didn't even know he was a free agent. I didn't know there was any interest in him coming back. Yeah. Johnson signs a 1-year deal, so they might be looking for a punter in the future. I don't know why we're talking about punter so much, but it's news.
Hey,
it is news.
A good punt could put him down in the 8-yard line, and the Steelers defense could make some strides in 2026 to stop some offenses and
Michael Dixon did that. Michael Dixon did that 3 times in the Super Bowl. He punted inside the 6-yard line, the other Aussie, and the Seattle defense swarmed them, and they couldn't get out of their own way. So a good punt, good field position. But yeah, welcome back to Johnston. I spoke to his dad like 2 years ago. I can't believe it's been 2 years now. I thought they were going to bring back Waitman, but you can't predict this. You cannot predict
it's Lloyd in the chat said Bill Berg.
Bill Berg. That's good.
They got a lot of stuff going on that we don't know
Bill
about.
Berg, a
lot of stuff because if they cut Waitman, because the kicker from the Texans just signed that big contract, and we're just waiting for the Dallas Cowboys kicker to sign a bigger contract, and we still need to get our kicker signed. You know what I mean?
I think they have to. They signed, who was the highest paid kicker?
The guy from the Texans right now, but the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, they'll make Boz. They should make Boz a highest paid kicker. I think they got to sign into a 3 or 4 year deal, in a 5-year deal. You sign Boz until he's finishes. Boz is what the champion.
Yep.
Fellas, we've got a lot of people in the chat coming into the house. We have Dynasty podcast with a few, myself with a few people in the chat. What are your thoughts yesterday in terms of, is it a good start, Shano? This is a good start to free agency with the moves they made.
When I heard like Bubba when we were talking, most podcasts, it's like an Olympic pool. Everyone's out there swimming. Bubba and me are sitting in a baby pool. Okay. And we're swimming in black and gold.
Raffers.
We're just like, oh yeah.
I have the arms because I can't swim.
Outside of the Steelers realm. We're like, who the fuck is this guy?
Yeah, we don't care.
I watched some film and I'm really excited. Last night I'm like, yeah, that guy's okay. But no, I'm getting pretty geeked up because they got a bookend. They got, JPJ, and then they got a cornerback. They got a good receiver. Now let's just kind of add some stuff in the draft, and we're ready to rock, baby.
And don't you love that, Mark? How Shane's like so upbeat, like he's like, yeah, let's go. Well, I think Shane's like the realist, but now he's backed up like he's on Oxycontins or something right now, and he's just like ready to go.
I think it's hard not to be, though, to be honest. Like, it's a time of year where everyone's now getting excited for the draft. We've all kind of moved on from the playoff loss. It's a whole different team with Mike McCarthy, new staff. We don't even know who the quarterback's going to be in that sense.
Could be you.
So it could be me. But when they also go and get Michael Pittman, is it junior, for him to be receiver number 2, he's a well-established receiver in the league.
And how did they talk to him? How did they talk to him? Guys are like, hey, we just traded for you. And he's like, well, who's my quarterback going to be? And they're like, well, just don't worry about it. We'll take care of it.
Guys, the agents are probably having conversations. That's probably one of the first things they ask is who the fuck's going to throw the ball to this dude?
Mm-hmm.
You know, those agents have they probably have their ear to what's going on more so than the fans do.
And he signed a 3-year deal, so you have to give him something substantiated and obtainable, because you got to have a quarterback thrown at him to get his stats up, because he had an off year last year with the Colts. The year before he had over 1,000 yards. So he's a physical player, very physical. I think he's going to outplay DK Metcalf. I think he could take that number 1 role.
Yeah, I think so as well, possibly. And even like 1-2 role, 1A, 1B.
Mm-hmm.
Christine says here, Waitman will stay because I think Boswell prefers him. Well, he's not. He's a free agent right now, so they have to offer him a contract. That's to my knowledge. He's not part of the team just now, but I feel like because the Steelers signed a punter, they'd have to sign him and have a punting battle. They could do that. It could be a possibility they sign 2 for camp and stuff like that, which may happen again because it's not a big contract for Johnson, only a 1-year contract. So we don't know. The thing is right now, every podcast, like Bubba said, like we're all in question mode because the Steelers don't give you answers around this time, right? I do find this stuff interesting though, fellas, because I find there's 2 routes to go with the quarterback position. One, we're going to wait and see. It's going to be QB Rodgers, and that's it. Rodgers, 1-year deal, and you get someone in the draft, and then next minute, that's the idea. The other one I think is more intriguing, though, and you guys can comment on this if you want to. 2, they're going to get a quarterback from the draft, and Will Howard and that quarterback are going to have a training camp battle like every other fucking NFL team does each and every year.
Wow, that's a hot take. I'm gonna go a different route, if I may. I don't think they're going to draft a quarterback because they have Will Howard. So they don't want the time and the snaps to go against Will Howard with another quarterback coming in the draft.
You don't think at all they would draft a quarterback to be like a camp battle?
I don't think so.
I think if one in the third, if they could find one in the 4th round, 3rd round, and the Steelers are known for going, even with Omar Khan, they're going to go with the best available player within reason. I mean, I don't know. I think if I don't know.
The reason why I bring this up, fellas, is because I saw the news today that Geno Smith is going back to the Jets, and I thought,
why?
You guys are both like, huh? What?
Oh, I know where you're going with this.
I'm just thinking, if you're going to give Geno Smith a chance to go back to the Jets, and if you were the Jets, why couldn't you give Will Howard a chance to play football in year 2? Is this league that bad where we can't give fucking players a chance at quarterback like that? And you have like Fields getting money, or you have Tua going here, this guy going there. These are all average quarterbacks. Am I not wrong?
Everybody that we mentioned is an average.
They're all average. Kyle Murray, they're all like average quarterbacks. So the more I think about it,
Geno put
a chance.
Geno put 70 points on Clemson in the Orange Bowl when he was a senior. So
in 2001,
that was a long time
back
ago.
in the day.
Yeah.
All these quarterbacks, do you guys think that the Steelers have missed out or didn't, like Malik Willis paid like $50 million fucking dollars because he's 100, he stepped the ball 100 times.
It shows how starved they are for quality players. I mean, it's just the stick gets turned off, buddy.
Is there a problem with the NFL and the quarterback development right now?
Right.
I believe it. I believe there is. I believe the quarterback position. When me and Shane were kids, most every team starting number 1 quarterback was the franchise of that team in some way. And I don't think the quarterbacks now or actually can carry the jock straps of the quarterbacks of the 80s and 90s. Some of them, you know what I mean?
Not even when I watched.
Yeah, I think since Ryan Leaf, basically that's what, that was 15, 20 years ago. It seemed to shift. Guys used to sit behind, Young sat behind Montana. Roger sat behind Favre. I mean, it wasn't shameful to be a backup, but now they put so much pressure on these guys. You either make it or we're going to cut you.
But also, guys, Sam Donald now broke the mold, went to 4 places. Now he won a trophy, and is like 5th team. So it's hard to say. I think if a quarterback gets hot, that's when they count. And then if they get hot, they stay hot for a year or a couple years, and then they have a cooling off period. But I just want to say this
with Sam Darnold for sure. But like even now, Kenny Pickett's going to another team. They've got the Cardinals.
He's been traded more times than I've changed shirts. Like, I mean, he's been 5 or 6 teams. Like,
but he's the backup. But the other guy out there, the Cardinals, they got rid of Murray and they're bringing in Jacoby Brissett, and he's going to play quarterback. I think what I'm trying to say and what I'm trying to stress is I understand the Rodgers route. They might go that. But I feel like sometimes the Steelers could be stuck in, they just choose that route all the time. They go the veteran when they could just go have a chance. Just give fucking Will Howard a chance. I don't know. I think it'd be quite exciting, But it can't be worse than Brissett or Tua or these blokes out there like that.
But
I agree. I agree,
kind of. But wouldn't you want to see Will Howard handle the offense in the preseason and see how he commands the offense?
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Give him a run with the first team, see how he takes them down the field and stuff. And if that experiment is botched, we're fucked.
That's a fair point as well. You have no backup behind him.
Right.
So I get that. That's what I kind of think the Steelers are going to go into the QB draft world, get one, and then depending what happens with Rodgers, like I don't want to go heel on Rodgers again, but shit, I don't want to play the same. You guys want to play the same game?
It's the same shit as last year.
I don't want to play it. I don't want to play. Oh, I'm gonna wait for him. I just want to know who.
They give him a different offense. The Mike McCarthy offense that he knows, where he was very successful. He got MVPs out of it. They give him some weapons. Now he's got another receiver. Now he lost Gainwell. He lost his trusted aide, but they picked somebody else up that could actually be a battering ram and use that to Jaylen Warren could be the Kenny Gainwell of 2026. Because that, to me, that's how it should have been in the first place. Jaylen Warren should have got the passes, not Kenny Gainwell, but he did great last year. But now it's going to be different. But Aaron's going to play this ticky-tack game, and we got to wait. But Will Howard to get a lot of OTA reps, and then he'll be ready to go. So go to training camp, and then he gets the exhibition. He gets a couple things. Once he gets some exhibition series and play some games, then you just got to push him out there, I guess, on the first game of the opener.
You just got to throw him in the deep end and see what happens. But whatever does happen, I'm with Rodgers this year again. If it does go that route, or if it's Howard or whatever, I just want to know. I just want to know who's the quarterback. It's Lloyd says if it's Howard, it's him. Then you got your guy in the 6th round, which is pretty cool. If not, next year it's stacked at quarterback. So, but I don't want to wait till next year. I want this year. And Devil says Kenny is the new McCown. That bloke's got about 10, 11 jerseys.
Well, I saw some AI, and it wasn't true, was that the Steelers are looking at the 2nd-string Chicago Bears quarterback, which was false. Yeah, was false. AI is so good, but it's so deadly at the same time. You don't know what's real and what's fake. It's ridiculous.
Even the comments, when you go to the Facebook ones, the people's comments, they're fake too. There's the theory out there, the dead internet theory that only like 35% of the internet is like alive or something like that. The rest of it's all dead.
It's all monkeys. Chimpanzees.
Alrighty, so let's get into some of these players, fellas, that we got via trade and we picked up in free agency and stuff like that. Let's talk about the big elephant in the room, Shano. You said you watched a bit of tape on this guy, a bit of highlights. What impresses you about Michael Pittman Jr., number 11?
Definitely the eye black is just it's fantastic. I mean, it looks like he put it on with a I don't know, with somebody's dick.
It's spot. It's like didn't the Ultimate Warrior wear stuff like that?
Yeah. The spirits have come and I can feel
Oh, God.
5 catches for over 20 yards per game.
When the Ultimate Warrior did a promo, nobody could understand him. You know, he would be like, he'd be like, from the depths of heaven and hell, and I come through, I will show you the power of the warrior.
No, he was definitely one of my favorites when I was growing up.
Oh,
he
God
was
bless
such
you.
full of energy. Ultimate Warrior. But he's look, the receiving room is now a big improvement. You've got DK Metcalf, you've got Pittman, you've got Roman Wilson, Ben Skronik on the team. Now, Ben Skronik, we think he stays or he'll be there for camp and to have a chance to be a gunner.
He'll make the team.
Yeah, he'll be like a fifth guy, fourth guy, whatever, sixth guy. But because he's good on teams and he's good morale dude too. But this has to be an improvement, Bubba. Surely it's an improvement to our receiving room.
100%. And now you go into after you went into the draft. You know, do they get? I don't think they're going to get a receiver in the draft in the first round. I still think they're going to take, if they don't take a free agent offensive lineman, they're going to draft.
I think they're going to get a receiver in the first 3 rounds for sure.
Yes, not the first round.
Maybe not the first round at the moment because they went and got Michael Pittman Jr.
There's some studs, so that's one you could kind of do a holding pattern, still get a decent athletic, long, lanky guy.
It wouldn't surprise me though if there was a guy that they liked that was sitting there at 21.
Right, they went jump up and they grab.
Yeah, why not? Why not have 3 good receivers and have a rookie contract on a receiver money, and then you have these Metcalfs and Pittman and going down the line. Their contract would expire when theirs starts to open up.
Well, Pittman, his rookie season, I got some stats up. His rookie season, he only had 40 receptions. So he jacked him up 2021 to 88, 22, 99. His great season of 2023 when he had 109. He had 69 and 80 last year, and he had almost 800 yards last year. He had 7 touchdowns, which was the most touchdowns he ever had as a Colt, as an NFL player, was last year. So he must have been in the red zone a lot for Jones, and the quarterback, if it's Aaron Rodgers, is an upgrade from Daniel Jones. So if he gets, say, 10 touchdowns this year, I'm happy. I'm ecstatic that we got him because I think he's a lot more physical than we are usually used to having. We thought DK Metcalf was physical, but he's not as physical as I thought. Yeah,
100%. I think you say Metcalf. I think he can be, but he just can't contest the catch. That's the problem with what we all saw last year. You get him in space, he can run people over, but he's not like the George Pickens that we had there as the Steelers receiver. I think overall, this bloke here is a huge upgrade to the team. The fact that he has fucking 90 receptions, 100 receptions a couple of years ago and 1,000 yards, he's a receiver number 1. So the Steelers now have 2 great receivers, depending who throws in the ball. And they have now the running backs are getting better as well. We'll talk about it in a minute. But fellas, this is a highlight and a good thing for the receivers going into camp. And I think he's going to prove only positive things. 3rd down and 5, fucking throw it to Pittman. 6'4".
So we got him on a trade. We didn't get him as a free agency situation. We traded for him. So that's a little different.
Yeah, 100%. It's a good move, really good move. Another good move, sticking on the offense, is the Steelers didn't bring back Kenny Gainwell, and then he went to the Buccaneers for a $40 million deal. Thank you, Kenny Gainwell, for all that you did. However, hours later, Rico Dowdle is going to be a Pittsburgh Steelers, and he has back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons. Fellas, were you excited about this?
After I read some stats on him.
Same here.
I know he played for McCarthy with the Cowboys, and I just have to see him play. But I read a lot of stuff where everybody we got yesterday, we have these combos, and you'll get into the other guy we picked. But with the receiving combo, the deadly combo with Metcalf and Pittman, the combo with Rico and Jalen. So now we have these dynamic duos now on both sides of the ball.
What do you think, Shana? Do you think that this bloke here, Rico, gets all the snaps and Jalen goes back to that support role like he did with Najee Harris?
I don't know. I think they want Warren to carry the load, but this guy seems like he's the premier back. So I don't know what McCarthy's plans are for this guy, but they like him enough to bring him in, and they're paying him well. So hopefully we run the wheels off this guy.
I watched him last night, some highlights, and they're only highlights of Cowboys and the Panthers highlights, but he's pretty quick. And also, he's north and south. Like, he definitely it's like one cut, north and south, doesn't fuck around. Like, he finds a hole. And
he's probably like Najee, because Najee was that powerful back that got you 1,000 yards no matter what. Now we know we have a back that is like Najee type with 1,000. He might be a little quicker than Najee.
Yeah, quicker than Najee. Definitely quicker than Najee. And Najee didn't read the holes from my point.
And he didn't read the fireworks instructions either. So we both know he didn't. He fucked that all up. So
what did he hit with?
Finger.
He blew.
He got hit with fireworks.
Fireworks fucked him up.
Oh, really?
His eye up or something.
Oh, when he was in Charger Land, right?
Yeah,
right. That should be written in the NFL manual. You know, when you sign for teams, you have to read the firework manual. You can't play.
Make sure you do not lose any type of limbs when you set off fireworks.
Or don't shoot yourself. Who was that bloke who shot himself in the foot? Plaxico Burress in the club. Yeah. The NFL's, you know what it's funny with the NFL? The NFL's got football in it, but there's so many different life stories that happen involved in it. There's so many different fucking crazy things. Like, who would have thought he walked to the club, one of the guys, bang, shoots his own foot. I'm really good with this one. I watched highlights last night. I think he's fantastic, getting 1,000 yards per season. I think get him in camp. Are you fellas going to camp this year?
Is the Pope Catholic?
That's usually the time I go on vacation, so I don't know. We'll see.
I always go. That's my birthday gift to myself.
Right. So that'll be a good time though, just to see, Pittman, number 11, I assume. And
I'm going to be paying attention, but I want to know who's going to be throwing the ball. It could be the water boy. It could be somebody. I don't know.
To know who it's going to be. That's a pretty good move for me. He's getting, this bloke here, Rico Dowdle. He's back-to-back 1,000 seasons. And look, all the best to Kenny Gainwell and the Buccaneers. But, thanks, mate. See you later. We're the Pittsburgh Steelers, not Kenny Gainwell fans. Another big one we got to another one here was this, fellas. Be honest with me. Did you know who this guy was until yesterday?
No. I had to look him up.
Look, I
knew he was cornerback.
In my defense, if they're not wearing the fucking black and gold, I don't care.
Yeah.
And then if they sign to the Steelers, then I will look them up and see if it was a good addition or not. That's what I'm going. I do watch the NFL, okay, but I don't go psychoanalyzing, and doing the X's and O's. I just care about one team. And I want this one team to destroy every team in the AFC North and get us to a trophy. That's all I want. I didn't know who. I thought he was Jimmy Dean's long-lost nephew or something, the guy that makes sausages.
I'm like Christine. I had no idea. But I don't have time now. And when I was a kid, I knew all the players.
Yeah. I knew all the players the football cards. You collect the football cards, you read the back. That's what it was when you were a kid. Because you didn't have this. You didn't have social media. You didn't and tell me, people. You didn't know who the hell he was either, because it's not like if it wasn't for the internet, you wouldn't know anything. We wouldn't know anything about nothing because nobody reads.
I was calling him James Dean yesterday by accident, James Dean, but he's like your famous actor. Yeah. Shayna, did you watch any tape or any highlights on Mr. Dean, the Buccaneers?
I did, but you know what? Watching a corner play is sometimes boring unless they're giving up big plays. So I mean. No, he's really good. I think he gave up 2 touchdowns all last year, so he can shut people down. So that's really we're paying for production, not potential. So that's what we're paying for now. Where when we get the draft, it's all about potential, baby.
Yeah, that's true. That's a true point. Fellas, what happens then? Now, this stuff intrigues me then, eh? JPJ one side, you've got Dean probably the other side. I don't know if he can play slot. Does Ramsey play slot? Jalen Ramsey? 1, 2, 3 on the field. Never take him off.
Sean Elliott should be back.
Yeah, but who are they going to play at safety? I got this feeling that they want to play Ramsey at slot, put him on the field, and move him around as best they can, and then they go and sign a safety or they draft a safety next to Elliott. Something happens like that.
I knew they were looking at the Chicago Bears safety in free agency. Maybe that or an offensive lineman they sign. So they might sign. Maybe they sign a safety.
Maybe.
Yeah. Or they could play, Big Nick. I don't know. I think somehow, somewhere, they've got to get him on the field. Like last year, they said they were going to have Ramsey, JPJ, and I think Slay on the field at all times.
Yeah.
And then Slay turned out to be dirt. The other one was, and Lloyd brings up too. Thanks, Lloyd. He says Asante Samuel is in the slot, and he also signed a 1-year deal. So has this cornerback room improved from last year?
Ooh, we thought they were the shit last year. We had high expectations, we
lost James Pierre, so it equals out because Pierre has been cut many times. So we shall see. It wasn't the secondary that killed us last year. It was that run defense that fucking crushed us.
Right.
I believe.
I can't believe they signed Queen to, a deal. So
they did.
Yeah, I read that today. If I might be wrong,
they signed. I heard that Queen could be getting traded.
I hope so. I heard he was getting close to getting a deal.
Well, we need to get our middle linebackers up to par.
Yeah, get them out of there.
Yeah, and I think we still need a
they signed
nose tackle. A nose tackle.
3 years.
I didn't see any of that.
I did read somewhere in terms of Queen, or they're trying to trade him. They had a trade deadline, and the Cowboys didn't want him or something like that. But the Steelers, you can get this sense that they kind of, and maybe even looking at Queen's like Twitters and stuff like that, I don't think he wants to be part of the team, or they want to try and move him. Yeah, I agree.
He was good at weeding his yard, watering his grass, but now his grass is dead.
Is he not physical enough for the Pittsburgh Steelers?
I don't think he is. I don't think he is.
Just not. He's not that. Steelers have just think of the guys who played in the middle back there. Greg Lloyd, Kevin Green. I mean, they're just monstrous big dudes. He's not he's not a tiny guy. Don't get me wrong. He's not in the slim section of Sears buying his pants. But
I heard this too. We all read the same news. That we're all reading the same stuff, aren't we? Really? Because there was an idea out there that Queen would be traded and they bring back Atlanta Roberts to pair next to our bloke. What's his name? Number 41. Peyton Wilson. Yeah, because I think he plays like a Steeler, but something seems to me Queen is missing. Nothing against the bloke at all. I think he plays okay. He plays good or okay. But I did read a stat too that Queen had missed 20% of his tackles last year.
I believe it.
That's a fucking lot for a middle linebacker position.
Yeah. Middle linebacker is pretty much your heart and soul of your defense, in my opinion. It always been me growing up. Watching football, it was the middle linebacker was the quintessential stud muffin of the defense.
Right.
We don't have that. And that's why our run defense is shitty.
Yeah, you need your middle linebacker needs to step up along your will linebacker is supposed to rely on that middle linebacker to take on a lot of that offensive line and a lot of the big guys so they can make plays. They're supposed to plug those holes up, keep guys, and Queen just isn't doing that. And then when there are plays coming up the middle, he's not making tackles. So.
And it's also too, he's got quite a big cap hit. I think we were so excited to get him when he first came here, and the realization was maybe he does need that Roquan Smith next to him because I think it just hasn't worked out from a cap standpoint. He's like one of the highest cap hits in $17 million a season. Steelers can save a lot of money if they were to trade him and get rid of the contract. And Steelers might do that. They might turn this stuff around. But also, you guys talked about the defensive line. I can't pronounce that guy's name. Azizi Otomewo. Did it pretty well.
You did it better than I did yesterday. I heard it.
He comes back as well as D line help. That's pretty good to see.
All depth. Just depth. Just depth is all we need him for, and that's all he's probably going to be. Hopefully, he's not a full-time starter, but you need depth on the defensive line. Hopefully, they get a nose tackle and move Benton somewhere else, maybe to a defensive tackle. Nobody's clogging up the hole like Casey Hampton used to. We are missing that component of our defense anyway, because a good nose tackle could take up 2 men, and that frees up your middle linebackers to do, damage. So maybe they look for a nose tackle, in the draft now. I don't know, because they can get receivers, like we said, these later rounds. Maybe a core position like a nose tackle or a safety, they get. It all depends on who's there at 21, and maybe they jump up if they see somebody they like. I don't know.
Tyrone says this draft is deep with linebacker Jacob Rodriguez
from Texas Tech. He has a huge mustache, and he was a quarterback. And at Virginia, he was a quarterback. He knows how to read defenses. They moved him to linebacker, and he was fantastic.
He knows. See, I don't know.
Hang on. He does have a huge mustache. Is that the selling point?
Is it like the old days?
Yes. Ask Christine and
is it like a porn stash?
Yeah,
porn
stash.
He's like a barbershop
Tom Selleck type of guy.
Anyone with a head like this, they're going to tackle.
He needs to be. He drives the Trans Am.
Wow.
His wife is a helicopter pilot in the Army, so flies those Blackhawks around.
Look at that stash on him. Look at that stash.
Yeah. Wow. His face looks like a chipmunk with a little bit of he looks like he's got those fatty cheeks.
He looks like a cartoon character, like of Yosemite Sam.
But if he hits like a freight train, who cares?
Yeah. Do you reckon that the Steelers go that route? They possibly could trade Queen to another team, right?
They could.
And they go that route and they get the middle linebacker somewhere in the draft,
These are all speculations, and
he's this year's Cam Scatteroo, this guy right here.
How big is he? How tall, and what does he weigh, Shane, if you know offhand?
He's about 6'3", 225, 230. Around in there. I'll look up his height. Let me see what he is.
So he's at what's a Does he wear the green dot? Is he like a physical run stopper, stuff like that?
He's a run stopper and he can play coverage too. He's like Swiss Army knife guy, you know?
Yeah, right.
So he could start, Shane, if they drafted him, say
absolutely.
Second round.
He could have him start right there, you know.
Oh, well, there you go.
Okay, here's his stats last year. 63 tackles, 4 interceptions, 2 forced fumbles, and a sack.
4 interceptions. That's pretty big.
Yes,
wow.
he is.
That's more than Queen had.
Now,
Queen didn't.
They're not showing the stats for balls that he batted down, but he is a legitimate playmaker.
So if they draft him, he's starting. So Patrick Queen, they could trade him if they're looking to get that kind of guy in a higher round pick. And if they get him, they have to get him.
They've had him carry the ball a couple times. Now, in 2024, he had 82 tackles, 5 sacks, 1 interception, and 2 forced fumbles. So he had a lot more sacks in 2024 than interceptions, and he had a hell of a lot more tackles.
Who did he play for, if you don't mind me asking? I forgot already.
He played for Texas Tech, and then he started as a quarterback at Virginia.
Oh. Ooh.
Now, I still don't have his weight
That means
yet.
He's smart enough to know what the offense could be running, and that's why he gets those interceptions. Maybe.
Yeah.
They reckon here he's going to be a 2nd round or 3rd round pick, which the Steelers have a fucking million of those picks.
There you go.
Okay, I lied. I got the weight right, but he's shorter than I thought. He's 6'1".
Oh. Mm.
Well, but 235 is a solid frame.
But with a I can't get over this stash. I feel like they're going to put like a top hat on him and going to be like a train conductor or something like that.
He looks like a chipmunk. I'm telling you. He looks like a cartoon chipmunk.
This other picture is really, really good. Let me go to this one. When he was at the combine, it's so good. Like, just going to put a hat on him.
He ran a 4.5 in the 40.
Yeah, look at
it. He looks like he looks like Charlie Chaplin.
Yeah.
Doesn't he look like
they
Charlie
call that
Chaplin?
like the little caterpillar, you know? Mustache. All righty. There you go. There's a bit of draft insight for the Steeler Nation fans out there from Steeler Nation Australia. Lucky Shane's here because I don't know who
I wouldn't know either, right?
But Shane does his. What do you do? I always your WVU. Oh, fuck. Western. What do I? Western
Something
Mountain.
like that. Something like that. Well, listen to this, Mark. Last night, I interviewed not only this guy in 19 years. This sounds made up. In 19 years, he won 7 national championships. During those 19 years, while he was a coach, he prepped and competed in the 08 and 12 Olympics.
Yeah,
Sounds like a superhero, right?
Who is it?
His name is John Hammond, and he is the rifle team coach. He came on my show last night, and he's competing for a national championship on Friday.
Wow.
So you say as in rifle, you mean like gun rifle?
Yeah, shooting. Like they shoot at a target. And so West Virginia has 20 national championships total.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Jesus. So this guy, it sounds like he doesn't stop.
He's
going.
He's a freaking animal. Yeah. So
no, I've got it now. WVU, West Virginia.
That's right.
University. That's the one.
Yeah.
The Mountain.
That's a college somewhere. Yeah.
The Mountaineer. I don't know these colleges. I don't have time.
That's okay.
That's all right.
If you spent time in a frat, you spent time in a sorority house, you know what college it was.
Yes.
Well, I've been to a few, but never studied.
So
Bubba, you know
Bubba,
what I'm saying?
I send Bubba. I get these things because I'm part of this alumni association. These feeds come in. They're like, "We're girls. We're looking for a roommate. Be our third or fourth roommate." I send them to Bubba. I'm like, "This is for." I give it to my kids. I'm like, "You want to go move in with one of these?" But check it out. When are you flying in, Mark? For the
April 20th. It's a 24-hour flight.
Because the 18th, there's like a thing I was going to take you to that you'd really enjoy.
Oh, I can't. What is it?
Sorority girls dance off.
Yeah,
actually, it's going to be the Mountaineer Festival. It's going to be all kinds of,
No, I get there Monday, April 20th. I leave Monday and I get there at the same time. Yeah. It's Sydney to LA now. My flight changed, and then LA all the way to fucking Pittsburgh in 23 hours. It's a long way. It's like 14 hours and then another 5 or whatever it is, and I get there at like 4 p.m. or some shit. It's crazy. It's getting so close. Speaking of that, we have a few people in the chat, so let's advertise it. Let's talk about it. We are doing a big draft party at the Benjamin Franklin's Tap Room and Grill for in Pittsburgh, and I believe it's Butler County. Is that right?
Yeah, it's right at the edge of Butler County there. So right off 79, guys. Right
10 minutes from Shane's house, an hour and 20 mine from mine, but yeah, that's okay. And I got the hats, getting some hats ordered, getting the shirts done with the post we got on the show right there. They're going to be black shirts. We wanted to make it like off of 79 because that's the main drag. It's a big highway and there's lots of hotels up north of Pittsburgh. So you don't have to spend $15,000 a night. It's going to be so crazy.
You know what? The NFL is so fun to watch, but it's very sickening to the average fan.
Yeah.
And the international fan like me. Like charging me to stay in downtown Pittsburgh times 5. It's normally like $250 a night, and now it's like $1,200 a night USD. It's fucking sickening.
Right? You got to give blood.
Oh, you got to give.
I don't know where they're going to put all these people, and I've been saying it. Like, it's just going to be crazy.
Yeah, Pittsburgh's going to be crazy here, and the draft is coming very soon, like 40 days or whatever.
Yeah, that looks so clean, those pictures, but that's not how it's going to look.
No,
it's not going to look like that. It's going to be. There's going to be kegs of beer. There's going to be like hoagie wrappers and Steeler terrible towels.
Vomit.
I might try and go one day if I can because I've never been to the casino. I tell you that I've never been there. I've never been that way. I've always been around the stadium, but never behind there to the casino. So, but if you guys do get a chance, come meet us at the Ben Franklin's Tap Room and Grill from the 23rd, 24th, and 25th. It's going to be fucking heaps of fun. And we'll know our team by then. Then we have like the Steelers have like 12 draft picks. So gonna be a good time. Yeah. All righty. Who else did we not? Oh, by the way, too, the Steelers brought back Cole Holcomb for backup at middle linebacker. Are you guys pretty happy with that? He's a depth guy.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. I'm okay. He came back from that tragic injury. He came back, worked himself back in the lineup. And you got to give a guy that kind of love for doing shit like that, like overcoming and inspiring to overcome. So I'm cool with that.
Yeah, definitely. Who else did we add to? We added. I don't know who else we got. That bloke. They got rid of Ciamalo. He went to the Cardinals.
Yeah.
Why? He went for the money, man. He went for the money because the Cardinals, they ain't fucking doing shit. So it was all money. It was all to put his family up, for the rest of his life. That was a money grab because the Cardinals aren't going to do shit. That's all it was. That, in my opinion.
Have I missed anyone? Have we missed anyone we talked about who they've added?
Pittman, Rico,
the cornerback, Samuel Johnson, Cole Holcomb. That's the 5, right?
Yeah, that's it.
So
and
far.
they signed Bill Burr today. I didn't know about it.
Yeah, definitely. I think so far, fellas, like you can't win the championships in the free agent period, but it definitely helps because they're getting ready for the draft and things like that. But I'm pretty good with these moves. We just got to find out who the quarterback is. That's the biggest thing right now.
Yep.
Do you guys have like any timeline you think that Rodgers will start or whatever?
I think he should have said something when he was on the Pat McAfee show last week when he said something for an hour and a half. He's like, you know what? I'm going to sign. But no, it's a game. He just toys with our emotions.
Yeah. I don't want to go to that road again, to be honest. I want them to find out who the quarterback is now, like tomorrow or the next day.
I want this team to go into this before, OTAs and stuff, getting some kind of cohesion and working towards. Now, if Rodgers is going to be our quarterback, he's going to take everybody out to Malibu and get them, throwing the ball to him. So, I think it'd be, I think it'd be still a good chance we can win a playoff game, maybe a Super Bowl run. But why can't he just decide now? I don't get it. Makes no sense.
I don't understand it either.
This stuff ever happened to you fellas when you were growing up watching the Steelers?
Never.
No.
You didn't get this fucking long baited, winded, will I, won't I, this. Never
well, they
happened.
never had the quarterbacks that they had after Bradshaw. I mean, was, in the 80s was periodically, you know what I mean? And they drafted Bobby Brister. And I mean, Brister was a strong arm quarterback, but just didn't have it. And the teams of the 80s weren't that strong offensively. No. So we were getting fucking pounded because we couldn't score. And then, we got Tommy Maddox, and Maddox got the comeback player of the year. He got hurt. And then Charlie Batch is hurt. And then they drafted Ben Roethlisberger, and Ben, it was all, you know what I mean? Ben was the number 1 quarterback for almost 20 years. And then we drafted Kenny Pickett, and we signed these guys that fucking were retreads. We thought we could captivate some stuff off of Russell Wilson and Justin Fields, but no. And we got Aaron Rodgers, and out of all of them, Aaron Rodgers was the one that actually, maintained and had a great, and still he had statistically a good season last year.
Good season. Yeah, it was a good season.
But they didn't give him, I keep saying, they didn't give him players around to make it more successful. They did not make him more successful than what he could have been, and they didn't surround him with a great cast. Jonnu Smith, I don't know what happened. Him and Rodgers weren't on the same page. Man. Right there was a problem.
Jonnu Smith, I can't believe every week I defended that bloke. I was like, this is the way he matches up with people.
Yeah,
and nothing happened. Like, he caught 1.1 yards average yards per catch.
Terrible.
The lowest in the
league. And I forgot, Cordell Stewart was a quarterback before his time. If we had Cordell Stewart right now as the Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback, we'd be winning fucking Super Bowls. Like, if you want to watch something, people's like, oh, watch what I seen Cordell Stewart live fucking playing, not YouTubing it, live, and he could do everything.
He could scoot.
He could run. He could pass. He could have been a Pro Bowler receiver. That's how, Stewart was. And he got shunned by fans in Pittsburgh, and he threw that pick in Denver at home in the championship game in a triple coverage. He just, you know what I mean? But he was before his time. And if he was a Steeler now, oh my God. I mean, Cam Newton ain't got nothing on Cordell Stewart.
I want to bring up another bloke too, and this might ruffle some feathers. Not the TJ Watt trade that Shane wants. But But what's going to happen with Cameron Hayward this year? Does he play the game again too? Does he like hold out and do all this shit and say I want more money? Is his last year? Is he going into podcasting? Cameron Hayward's been a hell of a steal. I love the way he plays, but he knows how to work the team and play business. What happens with him?
Shane, go ahead.
Okay, this is gonna be a hot take, but you had a great season last year. This could be your last year. It should be your last year, or just retire now. But you had a great season last year. End on a high note. Play one more year, but don't hold out. Don't hold the team hostage like you did, or try to get your business taken care of now. I don't want to hear about it when it's 80 degrees out. So
no drama from the no drama aspect. Like what happened when the bus, right? The bus said he's going to come out and did a press conference, and he said one more year. That kind of shit, right? One more year, everyone rallying behind him.
And that's what happened. That's what happened. I mean, there was, that year, I mean, you had the immaculate tackle by Ben Roethlisberger because Bettis fumbled the ball, which he never, ever did, and God was not looking down upon us that game. And, Ben made that tackle, and because we went into the Colts, and the Colts beat us in the regular – they fucking beat us bad in the regular season.
Yeah.
And that was going to be it. But then something just happened, and everybody rallied around it we had Deuce Daly running from the 10 to the 5, and then they bring Bettis in, and he would get like 5 yards or 2 yards. I seen games where he only had 2 yards rushing, and he had 2 touchdowns.
Didn't he have those one game he had 3 touchdowns for 3 yards?
Something like that. Like they just brought him in for that, stuff like that. But I mean, Cam doing what he did last year was ridiculous. Cam knows what he's doing with his podcasting, whatever, because he's looking for clicks and stuff. Like, no offense, like we're trying to do with podcast, and we don't have we're not ex-NFL football players. If we were, we would be all booming and being very more successful than we are. We're good at what we do, but Cam Hayward should just play out his contract, not do that, and just play, and not try to extort more money out of the Steelers for his last year.
But this stuff's all original. So Steel Nation Australia is all original. The Steelers Dynasty podcast are original. You guys had 40 in the chat yesterday. We have now 36 combined together. So it's awesome. Like those ones either do the clickbait. Our both channels don't do that. We just go, here's what we say. Here's X, Y, Z.
I think maybe I have different takes, and I'm very passionate about the Steelers, and maybe I have a Yunzer type attitude, because I'm not going to get in a heated debate with people that I've seen that someone says we don't know football. Me and Shane on our show last night when I did some shorts, I never said if I knew football, I would be coaching football. I could coach. I just don't I don't coach football, and I don't coach the kids because I don't want to deal with I don't want to deal with the parents screaming at me because in real life, like, how come you don't play my kid? Well, your kid sucks. That's why I'm not playing him. But over here, you can't.
Can you say that? You can't say that, can you?
Oh, you can't say that over here. Like, you can't.
What if Bubba was a coach and you were ruthless? You're like, I'm sorry, mate. Johnny hasn't got any time. Yeah, but he sucks. He's my third quarterback. He's terrible. He's on the bench.
That's why he's on the bench. That's why he's on the bench.
That would be.
Had your kid throw the football 100 times in the front yard, 45 to 50 yards instead of playing PS5s.
So Bubba, you'd be a ruthless coach. Shano, have you coached football? How would you coach it?
I've only coached basketball, and it was first season I won 22 games.
Oh, that's great.
Didn't lose.
At how many?
Out of 22.
Well, you're a good coach.
There you go.
Now here's the thing. I screamed. I yelled. We played good defense, transition. All we did is layups because the kids were like 6th, 7th grade, 6th grade, 5th grade. The second year, because I had little kids the first year. Second year, they gave me 2 kids with type 2 diabetes, so I had all big boys. We lost 1 game. I just pounded inside.
Oh, senior,
wait. You went
that was good.
40. What's that? 43.
I went 40-1 because I had one less game.
Hang on a minute.
Yeah. Wow.
It's true. It's true. Ask April when
winning record.
Yeah, 40-1.
So what happened the third year?
I think that I didn't coach third year. Second year, I might have lost 2. I might have, because we had a makeup game and all my kids that played baseball. I had 5 kids. I only had 5 kids. And I think we lost that one by like a bucket. But like all my starters that played baseball couldn't make it to that game, and I only had 5 kids.
So how did you coach? How did you coach those kids? Say the kids aren't making like.
So this is what I did.
Okay, go ahead.
The first season, they made me take Mitch in the first round, and he was tiny. He's the littlest kid on the team.
Okay.
I had all fast kids. So what we did is we played defense, and whoever got the steal would kick the ball out in transition, and we'd just do layups. Every kid on that team, all 10 kids, scored a bucket at least once or twice during the season. So every kid played. It was just a matter of just getting repetition.
But did you have a kid that wasn't very good that you tried to play and it would cost?
I had probably 2 kids that weren't very good, but we just got it to the point where we were up 20 or 30, and we made sure they scored. I mean, we're beating kids by 22 points.
Okay, so you'd be a better coach than me because I'd be bitching.
But I scream. I couldn't talk after. I'm like, get back on defense. I'm real animated, and I'm like, yeah. When they do something good, so it's mostly positive. Like 70.
Was you like one of those coaches that would run down the court?
Yeah, I get excited. And yeah, like when my son intercepted the ball and ran it back 80 yards, I'm running along the side by the track along the fence. Fuck yeah, you know, like I'm an idiot.
Is there what I'm there, Shana? Is there any high school football at that time, or no?
There'll be some practices. What I'll do is I'll take you up and you can see them lift, and I'll show you the locker room and stuff, and introduce you to, like, show you what a high school field looks like, what a high school locker room. So,
because my mate there, Ryan, he lives in Pittsburgh, and sometimes he's got family and friends. They go down to watch the high school football, and you guys, I know that your cities get behind that, like
yeah, they do.
You know what I mean? And I love that atmosphere. I think
Mark, so literally you can see from the high school stadium, you look on the hill and you can see the college stadium.
Yeah, right.
There's only a parking lot between the two. It's crazy.
Yeah, high school football around here, Mark, is very, very huge. When my nephews played for Homer City, if you didn't get down there by 6 o'clock, you did not get a seat in the stadium.
Anyone goes, right? Even if you don't know family members who play, anyone goes. You just go watch it.
Yeah, anybody can go watch a high school football game. That's and now they have it on YouTube, so you can actually stay home, drink some beer, and watch it instead of
we had to use the parking lot for the college because the one game there's probably 4,200 people at the game.
That's crazy. So this is why I love American sports, because you guys do it right. Like we do it right too, but like you wouldn't if there's high school, if there's junior league football, I don't really go and watch it. I watch the adults play on the NRL, but you guys get behind your city and town and whatever it may be. One big shout out.
You have a couple, a couple high schools in Western Pennsylvania that produced some of the greatest players, and they played in the NFL. Like, I played against Gus Frerotte, and he got signed by he got drafted by the Washington Redskins. And I'm going to tell you right now, he didn't even throw a pass. They just ran the ball for 200 yards on us. I mean, they just
everything's always fraud of that, right? It's like the movie Friday Night Lights. That's always fraud.
Not always. This year, because there's not enough officiating, there's lack of refs. They have a game or two on Saturday, so maybe 1 or 2 games. But Friday night, it's just the whole town gets on a bus. And I mean, one of the games. Listen to this, guys. They play in Harbor Creek. It's up near Erie, and it shows up. It says Buffalo 78 miles. I looked at my Google Maps, and I was 80 miles from my house. That's how far they drive to play.
Yeah, right.
It's big time over
here. Gene says to-go cups at high school is a thing. I guess to put your whiskey in.
Yeah.
And a big shout out to Vegas, who Mark flew 99.5 hours from Australia to attend a game in Ireland. I did. It was fucking far away.
But you know what? You were half an hour away from 100 hours.
It was so far away, that trip. It took me forever to get there. I wouldn't mind seeing college games or high school stuff, because it's where football starts, and you guys have great communities over there that, and you guys film movies so well too. Friday Night Lights, all this kind of movies.
That movie we did, Shane, that was pretty good.
Fucking 10,000 people at a high school game was legendary. That's insane.
Pittsburgh. Well, that's in Pittsburgh, North Allegheny, and some of those schools. It's big.
North Allegheny, that's where Steve coached before, and they've won they've won state championships, and they have a lot of kids that go, like JPJ, I think went there. So
all the right moves. Tom Cruise with a high school football.
Oh, in Johnstown, that's a good movie, Mark. You should watch that.
Okay.
But I'm not a Tom Cruise fan.
My high school was like Varsity Blues. We changed to 4 days of school a week, and then I was in 4th grade because they go on Friday. Oh, so there's no school on Friday. You just had football on Friday.
Some schools. Well, down in Texas too. In Texas, man, football is huge down in Texas.
Yeah, that's why I watched all the movies when I was younger. Like all those kind of movies are crazy to watch.
Now, Western Pennsylvania used to be a hotbed of college football. Just down the road, about 10 miles from where I'm at, Jim Kelly started playing.
And his cousin Mitch, Gus Farrat and Mitch Farrat, the cousins, played for Buffalo. And Indiana County, Jim Nance was the starting running back for the new the Boston Patriots. And he was one of the greatest athletes out of Indiana County because he was a state wrestling champion too, and he played in the NFL. Yeah. So, I mean, and Latrobe is when they had the first football game ever professionally, 45 minutes away.
We were state champions for 30 years in a row.
Holy
football
shit.
was all that mattered.
Wow. Yeah, well, the coaches would have been like me, screaming and hollering, and I'd have been in trouble. So, I mean, I even announced midget football one time, and I got the names wrong because everybody's an Italian name or a Polish name, and I got the name wrong. And the parents, the father came up to the press box, got in my face, and said I mispronounced his kid's name, which I'm so sorry because there was like 7 vowels in his name.
You said midget football. I was thinking of something else.
No, midget football. The kids, they call it midget football. kids play football.
Hey,
that's what they call it.
They don't have football. They throw them in Australia. They toss them.
Okay, sorry, but
I was thinking of something else. I was thinking of like, the Oompa Loompas or something like that.
Oh, no. There's some big kids on the teams, but they get a stripe. They have a stripe. They get a stripe, and they can't go. They have to do certain things because they're bigger kids.
So you announced to the 20, to the 10.
Tackle by 62, Van Medenovic. Yeah, and I said his wrong name, and his poor. You know what? I'm like, hey, buddy.
Bubba, the name was Smith. Free. Come on.
No, it wasn't Smith. I was doing it for free. My sister was the president of the Homer City Boosters, and I did it for free. And his kid wasn't even around him. And I said, sack by, I said the kid's name, sack by that kid. Kid never fucking touched him. I was like, okay, there's your kid. I gave him a freebie. Too good.
Alrighty, guys, that's been an hour already. I can't believe it. The show's been crazy today. Talked about everything really. I'm now seeing in my channel and your channel, guys. Steeler Nation, represent. Share this podcast to your friends, to your family. We go live pretty much every Tuesday and share Bubba's and Shano's.
Well, share yours too because you're doing a lot more stuff. I see. I haven't got a chance to.
I'm trying to get back in the rhythm.
It's hard. It's hard because you did your speech like you're in the locker room and like I'm doing these podcasts and I need to get serious and I'm getting serious and you're shining up the microphone, getting ready, and then you're putting your headphone on. You're like, I got to talk Steelers football. And you do a great job. I mean,
I'm keen. I gotta.
You don't even live around here, and you're more supportive of the Steelers than fucking people who live around here.
Try the best we can because we are getting into that mode now where it gets funny because it gets so hyped up, right? We do the free agent, the draft, and then there's nothing for like June or whatever.
Well, hell, let me ask you both before we get out of here. What do you think that? What would you give that grade of yesterday's signing? What would you give that grade?
A B.
Yeah, could we do A minus? Is A minus like above?
You're allowed to do whatever you want.
I'll give a B plus. I think it was a really good move because they got the receiver they wanted to get. They got the cornerback, and that's now good for camp. Okay. I think.
And what about the guys? What about the guys that left?
That's why it's a B.
It's tough though, unless they kept James Pierre. That might have been a win over the other bloke there. What's his name? Samuel
big
Jr. or
fella.
whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think it's hard to keep him. And Gainwell, they got the Rico. I think it's a win. I think it's a big plus because they got guys to replace them, and all the best to them. Best of luck. They wanted their money. First time that maybe
if two people can perform more than they performed last year and the year before, and come on this team and show gangbusters, Wilson and Johnson, running back, receiver, if they come on this team and showcase something, we already got diamonds in the rough because there's everybody in Steeler Nation has probably written them off anyway, both of them.
I find that interesting though about writing off Johnson. I've heard someone say, I saw a tweet somewhere that they're giving him a second chance. I don't think he's even had a first chance.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Did he really have a chance last year?
No. The doghouse after that special teams fiasco.
Yeah, that was it. All right, let's get out of here, guys. That was great. You guys doing a show tomorrow again, doing 3 days in a row at 9:00, and maybe some more. The free agent thing starts tomorrow at 4 p.m. officially. So, you know what the Ravens do before we end it? And I'm going on the North.
Fuck them Ravens, because I'm glad they all left.
They're all leaving. I'm going on the. We're doing a show tomorrow on the AFC North Roundtable. Which
fuck those guys. Too.
I'll probably get about two words in that show. But
yeah, I mean,
$1 million, so.
You need to just, what you need to do? You just need to get signage, and just when fucking Zay or Zim's talking, just put up a fucking signs like, I would like to talk, but I can never talk because you guys hate the Steelers so bad. In your dreams, you see fucking black and gold.
I can already guarantee that they think that their teams are great and whatever.
Hey, fucking
the Ravens, they have lost so many players.
The Cleveland Browns has only one starting offensive lineman returning.
Yeah, and they got a Max Crosby for 2 first rounders, and they got rid of the best tight end. Come on, I think the Ravens are going backwards, to be honest. I know you guys hate them too because they're one of your most hated teams.
Yeah,
Sam's cool. Sam's a good bloke. Look, the other fellas are fine. They're all playing the game, but I'm just there because I won't get fined. But let's get out of here. Thank you, Bubba. Thank you, Shano. I'm going to go watch some Pens hockey today. Pens versus Carolina Hurricanes.
You're a hockey enthusiast.
I'm trying to get behind them. Something to watch, you never know.
Yeah, no.
All right, thanks, Bubba. Thanks, Shane. We'll get out of here. See you. I'll see you guys later.
Hey, Rod.
Left the light on. See you later.